Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. I am Assistant Professor Varsha Sawlani. In this video, we are going to learn the demographic features of India's population. This is the first chapter in Indian economy subject of TYBAF semester 6. So in this video, we are going to learn the demographic features of India's population. The demography is nothing but the characteristics of the population. The characteristics of the population of our economy. So in this, the various demographic trends in India are size and growth rate of population, density of population, gender ratio, urbanization, age composition, life expectancy and literacy rate. These 7 trends, demographic trends factors, we are going to learn in this topic, that is demographic features of India's population. So first feature, first trend is size and growth rate of population. If I talk about our economy, that is Indian economy, is just having 2.4% of the land area in the entire world, and our country contributes 17.7% of the world's population. So land area is just 2.4%, but population 17.7% we are contributing. So very less amount of land area we are having. We rank second in terms of population in the entire world, followed by China. The current, if I talk about the current population of India as of July 2021, we are 139 crores. So 139 crores is India's population as of July 2021. But the size of land is 2.4% only. If I take the growth percentage rate of population, if I talk about 1921, the growth rate is in minus. You can see in this table 0.03, minus 0.03. Why? Because in that period many epidemics many diseases came into the economy. That is why the population growth is less. The death rate was very high in that scenario. Later on in 1951, it's a year of small divide, where the independence, we have got the independence in the year 1947. So in 1951, the growth rate of population is 1.04. In 1961, it is a very tremendous problem for India's population. 1961, it's called year of population explosion. If we see 1951, it's just 1.25 growth rate percentage. Later on, it increased, went to 1.96 percentage growth rate of India's population. So from that scenario, from 1961, the population of India is explosion like nowhere. In 2001, we crossed 1 billion population, that is more than 100 crores population was marked in 2001 census data, that is 1.97, which is again not a good sign for Indian economy. Then if I talk about 2011, there is a demographic transitions where the growth percentage declines from 1.97 to 1.66. That is a very good sign for India's population. The percentage growth is declining every decade. If I talk about the birth rate and death rate, the birth rate and death rate is nothing but we are measuring the number of birth per thousands of population and the number of death per thousands of population. In this chart, we can see the birth rate was 39.9% in the year 1951. Later on, it fell to 21.8% in 2011. Although the birth rate is declined, the decline is not so remarkable. If I talk about the death rate declined from 27.4% which was in 1951, to 7.1% in 2011. So, however, we can see from this data clearly that the fall in birth rate is very less than the fall in death rate. The second point is density of population. What exactly the density of population means? The average number of persons residing per square kilometer. How many number of persons residing per square kilometer? It is nothing but the man and land ratio. That is the total land area, which is in the total land area remains the same. That is just we have 2.4% of the world's surface area, but the population increases every year. So the density of population is having the formula is total population upon the land area of the region. The land area of the region will remain the same, but the population increases. So from this chart we can see in 1951 just 117 persons were living in the per square kilometer. Later on it went increased. In 2001 we can say 325% living in per square kilometer. 2011 382 persons are living in per square kilometer. If I talk about this year in 2023, 434 persons are living in a per square kilometer. Okay. The third is gender ratio. It refers to the number of females per 1,000 males. If I talk about in the year 1951, 946 females were there per 1,000 males. Then later on in 2001 it is declined to 933 females per 1,000 males. Then it went to 940 females per 1,000 males in the year 2011. If I talk about, I would like to share in 2021, in the history of India, the females are more than the per 1,000 males. That is 1,020 females are there per 1,000 males, which the census data says in 2021. So that is the gender ratio, which is a good sign for our Indian economy. If I talk about the other aspect is urbanization. What exactly the urbanization is? India is having a very good witness in the entire world related to largest urban growth in the history. The urbanization happens because of natural growth of the population, because of expansion of the cities and migration. These are the three factors which helps in urbanization, which the population is increasing in the urban areas. If I talk about in the year 1951, the urbanization was very less. That is, in 1951, just 17.3% of population were living in urban areas. Then later on in 1991, 25.7% of the population living in urban areas. If I talk about 2011, 31.2% living in the urban areas. If I talk about the previous years, 2021, 34.5% living in the urban areas. We have estimated that 50% of the population will live in the cities by 2050. Hope so we achieve this target in 2050. The 50% of the we can see in this chart, there is an increasing trend of the population, those who are living in the urban areas, which is a good sign for the economy. Second part is age composition. The age composition is nothing but of the total population, how many population comes under the age group of 0 to 14 years, those who are children, then 15 to 64 years, which comes under the teenagers, youngsters, middle-aged people, and 65 years and above. Why we are dividing the population in these age groups? Because the first age group and the third age group are the dependent population. Talking about the middle one, it's the independent population. Majority of this age, 15 to 64 years, are the independent population, and we are blessed that we have major percentage of population lies in this group, which is independent, which are youngsters, young blood, smart people, those who think of the economy to grow. So, if I talk about the census data of 2011, 64.33% of people in the age group of 15 to 64 lies, 30.53% of people are in the age of 0 to 14 years, 5.14% population are in the age of 65 years and above. In current last census 2021, 67.51% of population lies in the 15 to 64 years, then 25.69% lies in the 0 to 14 years, and 6.8% lies in the 65 and above years. So we can see that the majority, around 68% of the population are the independent population. Just around approximately 32% of the population are either 0 to 15 years or 65 and above, which is a good, we can say good number of population which comes under the dependent, or we can say young future of our country, that is age composition. Next is life expectancy. The life expectancy ratio are nothing but, from this we can judge the quality of the population in our country. The life expectancy in 2022 is, in 2022 was 70.19 years. The life expectancy in 21 was 69.69 years. Then in 2020 it was 69.73. So in every year, 2020 to 2021, 2021 to 2022, there is every year the life expectancy is increasing by 0.33%. If I talk about, we are seeing the gender wise the life expectancy, we can see in this chart, in the year, the chart is of 5 years. So if I talk about 2021-25, the male populations are living in the age of 68 years and the female population are living in the age of 70 years. So always we can say the female life expectancy is more than the male's life expectancy. The white bar indicates the female life expectancy and green bar indicates the male life expectancy. Okay. Next, last indicator is literacy rate. The literacy rate is a very key to lifelong education and a powerful tool which we can use to remove the poverty in our country. According to the census 2021, the male literacy rate is 82.14% and the female literacy rate is 65.46%. According to the report published by the National Survey of India, the literacy rate of India in 2022 is 77.7%, which is a growing one, and out of all the states in India, Kerala ranks first in the literacy rate. If I talk about in this chart in 2011, we can see the 65.46% female literacy rate and 82.14% is the male literacy rate, but the total percentage is 74.04. So in 2011, there was a 74.04 literacy rate. Currently, we can see 77.7. So from 74 to 77.7% we have reached. So year on year, the literacy rate is increasing, which is a good sign for the Indian economy. So all these are the indicators which gives the demographic features of India's population. So there are 7 indicators in this Indian economy. Thank you for watching this.